Hello Internet, I'm HamsterBomb.
And I'm Zach.
And this is HITBOX, the gaming podcast where we talk about whatever we darn well feel like talking about. Thank you very much. And today, we are getting right back into our little fighty escapade underground video game tournament that you might know as Super Smash Bros. However, we are
legit.
We are turning this on its head, and we are going to be going through, as we've already done, this is actually the third episode of these, where we take the cast of Super Smash Brothers and put them back in their original games and then pit them against each other. See who actually wins with their video game rules. Who is actually the strongest character in here. Not based on like the tier list of the fighting of the game itself, but from what they come from. And we are looking at the cast of Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which actually fit very nicely, as we had 16 characters playable in this. We are going to shuffle them all up so many times. I don't even know what's going on here, Zach, and now boom, we are in.
Oh, we're in, okay.
We are in, and the tournament is on. So I am going to be arguing for the characters who show up on the left, and Zach will be the ones on the right. And the first match up we have, I am arguing for Sonic the Hedgehog. And Zach, you have King Diddy.
Sonic versus Diddy.
Sonic versus Okay, so in the games, I'm gonna should I assume that I do not have all the Chaos Emeralds? Because then I am just invincible.
Because then I would just say that DDD's possessed by like Nightmare or something and have incredible power. Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so fine, we will say that that's not a thing. So, and Sonic, we all know Sonic is just like the running platforming character. It's really not supposed to be Super Sonic. All right, so if that's the case, I mean, I'm in the game, Sonic is actually not incredibly fast. There's one thing that people seem to forget. Sonic is a momentum game. It is not a speed game. So I actually need ramps and everything to get going, and wherever you seem to fight DDD, it's just a small, flat, boxed-in environment. So I expect Sonic would actually be very slow in this fight.
Yeah, because I was going to say, in Sonic 2, before you even fight Robotnik, you have to fight a version of Metal Sonic, and it's just a flat box.
That fight is actually quite difficult.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I had trouble with it.
Yeah. Let's see, with DDD...
if I'm going into the 3D games as well, I have a homing attack.
Yes, you do. You do have a dot. You do have a means.
Here, I can even. It looks exactly like this.
Yeah, exactly like that. You have for the dodge. You've got the spin dash. You've got the drop dash as well in order to get some speed.
Yeah, I don't have like environmental stuff like the spring here.
No, and the thing is, without any rings, Sonic goes away in one hit.
Oh, good point. How many rings do I have, Zach?
As many as King DDD can eat.
Oh my god, I just realized. So hold on, so you hit me one time.
Yep.
And I'll just assume we're both platforming characters, right?
Yeah.
The fight starts, Sonic has 100 rings, who cares? And we hit each other. I hit you once, you hit me once. And then all my rings go scattering. You inhale them. Yep. I can't pick them up. And he took all the rings. So I take one more hit after this point.
Yep.
Sonic's down. How are you going to defeat me, though, DDD?
Well... See, I can eat you,
yes,
Gordos,
but you cannot copy abilities
and
like
can
Kirby.
I be masked DDD and get wrestling moves?
Sure.
Sweet. Okay, so we go into WrestleMania, baby.
Okay.
WrestleMania number 15.
How do you hit me for the second time? I'm just accepting it.
Well,
just waiting.
Since I'm masked DDD, like that, with my giant hammer. Like that. Except we're in a cage match instead of this.
Yeah. Right. That would not go well for Sonic. I actually thought this was going to be kind of close, and then I realized, oh, DDD's got a health bar, Sonic basically has those rings. And the ring thing would have probably saved him, because if you have one ring, you technically can always keep picking it up and never getting hit.
Right.
But DDD can inhale them.
And just spit them out as stars, which is not a ring.
Which is not helpful. If anything, that's damage.
Yeah.
And if I get hit by the star, that's the game. So there goes Sonic. So Sonic already defeated. King DDD is moving on.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I am going to be playing as Star Wolf's lovely commander, Wolf, and Zach is too late.
Wolf O'Donnell.
Wolf O'Donnell.
Yeah.
So,
who can attack and who can't?
Yes, I know. I can't attack. I literally cannot get out of my R-Wing and do anything.
Nope.
Though I think it's happened in some of the other games, but not even close to what Link can do. Let's not even go there.
No.
There's no way.
he is a pilot first and foremost.
He's
That's
a pilot.
how he's able to do what he can do.
He's a pilot. So, Toon Link's the winner. let's just forget about that and move on. Moving on with our lives.
Oh man, how weird does that feel though?
I know, because like in game, I love Wolf.
Oh, it's the same.
I dominate as Wolf, but in that, no, absolutely not.
But here we go with this.
Yes, we have. Ooh, this is much more interesting. So we have Lucas versus Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong.
So I'm gonna start by saying some very similar things we said about Ness in the first one. So even though I am intended to be on a full party, I am still a very competent RPG character.
Right.
All of my weaknesses are basically lore of him being like afraid, fearful, just innocent little scared boy in this very, very bizarre and terrifying world.
Clumsy and all that. Yeah.
But that doesn't matter when you're in an RPG fight, and I can just keep whipping out attacks left and right.
Right, so say Diddy Kong is an RPG enemy.
Right.
It's like, because I think you actually do fight a lot of wild animals in that one as well, like you do in Earthbound.
I think so.
So, how easy is it to take down some of those wild enemies?
To be honest, I'm only like in the first chapter of Mother 3.
Right.
So I can't tell you, but from my experience from the first two games, they're not that hard.
Yeah, and Diddy Kong, I guess
But Diddy Kong isn't an ordinary animal.
No, he's got his guns, he's got the ability
to use... He's got the
jetpack. Yep. He has... Yeah, he's got an awful lot from all the different platformers.
Yeah, so the jetpack, I think, if anything, could help you dodge some of my moves.
Yeah.
It's not going to inflict anything. The peanut pop gun is probably not going to do too much. And
although that gun would fit well into the Earthbound universe.
It totally would, and Earthbound would be so strange. Lucas would probably heal from catching it in his teeth.
Yeah, right, or some stupidness.
Yeah, it would be very stupid and weird, but it would be amazing all at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a feeling we all know how this is going to go, because a certain character, even if we switch directions, can only take one hit.
Or two if you're playing the Return series.
Right, two, yeah. But I think you can get up to 3 hearts in...
I think
but
so.
even still, against an RPG character, that's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Bam. You had to intentionally fall off to the left to make sure that you died. Yeah, it's actually kind of weird, because last time we had to do the same thing with Donkey Kong, saying, I know he's a giant gorilla, get over that. He goes down in 1 hit, guys.
Yeah, right.
So, Mario throws 1 fireball, Link shoots 1 arrow, it is over. Ooh!
Here we go.
Oh! Okay. This is very interesting.
Protagonist of Path of Radiance and,
just a strong Pokemon. Just a very strong Pokemon. Okay, so, this is Lucario versus Ike. Well, I have Lucario, so, also, I happen to know a thing or two about Pokemon, so how about I do my best to describe, what Lucario could try and do in this fight.
Right,
luckily, we have 2 RPG characters. Let's just say we're in an RPG.
Yes.
Some of Lucario's best moves, he is a fighting and steel type. So the steel type is actually really helpful for deflecting your steel type attacks, Mr. I have a giant sword.
Yes.
Am I confusing you with Roy? Do you have any fire elements with your weapon at all? I think it's just, you do, I think.
Yeah.
Or is that Path of Radiance doing that? Or
I don't see, that's just it. I'm not as big into Fire Emblem as I probably should be, because I like more tactical games, but I'm no good at them, so I never did get into Fire Emblem that much.
I could be wrong on this. I don't think Lucario can recover, but regardless, he's a very defensive Pokemon because of that ability.
And again, we're going into one-on-one territory, especially if we're doing strategy RPG. Ike cannot withstand a single enemy's onslaught. You have to use other team members in order to take down enemies a lot more efficiently, especially if you don't want to die permanently.
Yeah, the entire game. Oh, well, here, fine. Lucario's playing Nuzlocke. We're doing the same rules, okay?
Okay.
However, you know what? Even though I am steel fighting, I'm going to say that you are also steel fighting, because you're using that sword. But if that sword's not taken into account, I'm hitting you, not the sword. You would just be fighting.
Yeah, but if we're still using Pokemon logic, yeah, he'd still be considered steel.
Right, so it's not like you're normal and you're going to take double fighting damage, and I can just obliterate you with an Aura Sphere.
Exactly.
Because that would end this immediately. Though, I think we did say this before, I can attack from afar, and a certain someone can't.
No.
So I could use if we're doing our strategy RPG movement points, Lucario literally just runs, fires Aura Spheres at Ike, and Ike just tries to catch up. And even if you keep getting to me,
I'm still taking 2 times the damage because I'm taking it once getting to you, and then once as your counterattack.
Right, because we would still, counterattack is the way that Fire Emblem would work.
Uh-huh.
So, and eventually, by doing it like that, I just happen to hit you more.
Yeah.
And that's really all there is to it. Even though still, when you do actually hit Lucario, I would argue you're dealing half damage, because he is Steel type.
Yeah.
He doesn't look it. I think it's dumb, but he is. So he would still, for whatever it means, you're going to try and hit him, and it's going to bounce off like you hit, like, an iron wall.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I guess it's the whole Fist of Steel kind of thing.
Maybe.
But whatever.
I have no idea.
Yeah, and even though Ike, I think, is the one who gets the Falchion or whatever the magic sword is in this one, magic damage, how would that calculate into Pokemon? Psychic?
Probably which...
Or Ghost or something?
Psychic... It depends on which generation now we're talking about for Lucario, because we're playing the original Gen 4. Steel resists Psychic, but then later, after they made Fairy, all of a sudden it started taking it normally.
Yeah.
And if he takes it normally with Steel, fighting is weak to it, so I would suddenly be weak to that attack, so
I think, though, based on what I know, I think I know what the outcome of this is.
Yeah, I think just from the tactical RPG side of this, I think we only got one surefire solution, and it's somebody taking one too many Aura Sphere pot shots.
I'm gonna get up! Oh.
And eventually falling to his doom.
Yeah,
Permadeath. Lucario survives his Nuzlocke and moves on to live another day.
And see, that's probably why I never got into Fire Emblem that much, personally.
The permadeath thing?
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot to say about Fire Emblem, and I've said some nasty things, but I think there's some good things to say about Fire Emblem.
There's a lot of good,
So that's probably a really good topic for a Hitbox episode. Once we both do enough research first.
Which involves playing 3 houses and other stuff. Oh, wait. How do?
Alright, so this next one, I am Solid Snake.
And I'm Squirtle.
You are the Pokemon trainer.
Ivysaur and Charizard, yeah, exactly.
You are Pokemon trainer.
Oh,
we need to be very clear. Solid Snake needs to defeat the Pokemon trainer.
Does Snake have it in him to snap the neck of a child?
Meaning to play in their rules. No, he's not defeating the child.
Okay.
The child will black out automatically if his party of Pokemon are defeated. We're not going to make Solid Snake choke and murder a child. So instead, he has 3 Pokemon to start with, and you are going for Charizard, looks like. You just want to go straight for
I'm using small kid logic.
The Man on Fire sort of thing, which obviously Snake did not do very well with, and the tactic was to run away.
Yeah.
I still have grenades. How does Charizard like grenades?
I mean, that's explosion damage, right?
Fine, I'll give it to you. That's fire damage, which means he resists it. Okay, so I have Nikita missiles.
Again, explosion damage.
Okay, fine. Do you like an assault rifle? Do you like a sniper rifle?
Oh, you're using Twin Needle on me a bunch of times, I see.
Bullet Seed.
Bullet Seed, yeah.
Yeah, it's grass. You resist it.
I see how it is.
Okay.
But are we turning him into a Pokemon, or are we giving him
that doesn't make it... Yeah, it's really hard to figure out what happens if you take actual guns and you put them into Pokemon. Because if you really did that, then sure, Charizard pops out, bam, sniper to the forehead.
Yeah.
There goes Ivysaur, bam, he's got an assault rifle. There goes Ivysaur. Squirtle, he kicks it.
Yeah, he punts him like a football.
Him. And then hides in a box.
He becomes Team Rocket from the original manga.
Yeah, and then he hides the blacked out Pokemon trainer in a locker.
Yeah, takes all his money and holds him for ransom.
Yes. But I don't think it would go that way.
No,
because assuming that all of my damage inflicted on you, because even if Snake shoots a human being, a character in Metal Gear Solid, they don't die in a single hit. Some will if you hit them with something powerful enough, but they probably won't.
No.
And so to that credit, why should the same go for Charizard or the others? That is his damage in the game. We're thinking, don't forget lore. Just because in lore, you know, like in real life, a gun should kill that thing. But it's damage.
Do you know what else he's got that Snake could use? His
Octocamo?
No.
Ooh, I like Octo Camo.
The Octo Camo and
that would help me.
His silenced tranquilizer gun.
Ooh, I'm Octo Camoing immediately.
Yeah.
We didn't say I'm still Solid Snake.
Technically,
I'm still Solid Snake. If I go Metal Gear Solid 4, I have Octo Camo right here. I can start going over the ground, picking a different spot, and I can start stealth picking you off with the suppressed. I'd probably say with my pistol is probably the safest one, but how long is it gonna take so you can tell which direction that little Peter came from and just start barbecuing the place?
Exactly. Well, and also too, you can end the fight early. Just use your silenced tranquilizer gun on the kid. Just put him to sleep. He's like, I won.
That's true. Or I could sneak up while I'm Octo Camo.
Yeah, just
plant some C4 and bam. Still fire damage though.
Yeah.
Shoot. Yeah. If you start with Charizard, this is interesting. I'm trying to think. What has Snake, Solid Snake, beaten? That's even close to a dragon.
Vulcan Raven is the closest I can think, or the Man on Fire, although you don't
The
really...
Man on Fire? Yeah, what? You want me to turn on the sprinkler system and get like Brock and cheat and get that boulder badge?
Yeah, exactly, right. No, because, let's see. I know he fights against some people with flamethrowers in the early MSX games, but they're not dragons, though.
Yes, there is the Fury, but, I mean...
Yeah, the Fury, yeah.
That's a hard fight. And that's also not Solid Snake, but... That's Big Boss, but still, it's sort of the same
genetically
character.
the same.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
whatever.
Man, okay, let's just say that that fight would go exactly like the Man on Fire.
Yeah.
Okay? And we'll say that Snake can win, but he will be beaten down. Okay?
Yeah.
What if the Man on Fire could heal? What if the Man on Fire could then, after he's defeated, be replaced by another boss who shows up? Exactly. What if then, while this boss is out, the Man on Fire or the Fury is fully revived?
Yeah.
The Pokemon trainer can use items.
Yeah.
That ends everything.
And
this game is going to go on as long as you have deep pockets.
Yeah, and also, too, I mean, again, technically not Solid Snake, but MGS5, you just start calling in for air supply, for airdrops.
Yeah, Solid Snake would never have such a thing, but yeah, I don't want to suddenly say that I'm multiple characters.
No,
I would rather just be Solid Snake. That's who I'm playing as here.
What weapons could you even procure on site in the Pokemon universe?
Oh, good point! I have to procure on site. I have nothing. So...
Except you're like CQC.
You know what I could? Procure on site.
What?
Pokeballs. The Snagga machine from Pokemon Coliseum.
Yeah.
And I steal your Pokemon from you.
And then you knock the kid out.
Then I knock the kid out, and then I go. No, this is not going to end well for Snake. Because
in Pokemon rules, Snake would have a very hard time not only going up against the Pokemon, but going up against the kid. Well, the way he does.
Yeah, Snake needs to avoid combat. And if he is forced into a one-on-one fight, the whole goal of your one-on-one fights, when you're fighting Vulcan, Raven, or the others, you need to escape, get them to lose you, and then slowly attack them from the shadows.
Yep, like the Fury.
You just can't do that here.
Yeah.
I mean, the closest I can think of in Pokemon is like, there's like withdrawal or double team kind of things, just to like get evasiveness basically by using Octo Camo. But even still, let's assume, and then I'm Old Man Snake, and I have to use that suit to even give me the extra strength
and the syringe in order to like get over your PTSD.
I do have to keep drugging myself so I can even keep fighting.
Right. I think, strange as it is, we have a winner.
Yeah, and it's very sad because the man with the guns.
Yeah, the man with the freaking guns.
Bam! Should be able to annihilate here, but I just don't see it happening. Do it. No, I was hoping you were just gonna obliterate me right there.
No, Charizard is a cocky person.
That is true.
He'll just roar in victory.
Yeah, I don't see that going well, because, I mean, Snake sure has some rations, but rations will not revive him from death.
No, and the
Pokemon trainer can just keep doing that.
Yeah.
Now, not indefinitely. Let's just say, like, normal Pokemon trainers, when you fight them, can, like, max, typically they have, like, 4 items, healing ones. So let's just say he has, like, 4 max revives, or, like, 4 max potions. Even that, I feel like, is too much for Snake to handle.
And also against level 100 Pokemon, if we're giving everyone...
I wouldn't say they're 100. The Charizard, sure, but Ivysaur and Squirtle clearly didn't evolve. So,
that's true.
But even still, all you need to do as Pokemon trainers throw the Squirtle out, heal your Charizard on his turn while he stands there.
Yeah.
Take him back, send Charizard back out. Now Snake has to effectively beat that boss twice.
Yeah.
This is interesting. These characters were actually revealed in the same video as Brawl was being announced.
Oh,
I
nice.
thought this was so friggin' exciting when they showed off Zero Suit Samus, and then I was so bummed when I played the game and you could only use Zero Suit Samus after you used a Final Smash. That was dumb.
But
Anyway, unfortunately, I don't get the Metroid character.
Nope. That's
So,
me.
Zach, tell me why you're the best at everything.
Because I am the bounty hunter who has saved the galaxy multiple times over. Thank you very much.
Lore, son.
What have you done with your life?
I farted and watched TV and made micro games.
Wow, you have a side business going on? How can I get
Micro
into that?
games. Here, follow me.
Okay.
This way. I
Okay.
told you,
I'm
I've
coming.
got the greatest place. Oh!
Okay, so
Backstab.
Wario.
Yeah.
Not only is he from the WarioWare games,
the Wario Land as
Wario
well.
Land, yes,
Uh-huh.
it's actually where he is the fighter, and he has this
Shoulder
the
charge.
shoulder charge. He can butt slam, which weirdly he doesn't do as his down aerial.
Yeah, right. And after Wario Land 1, he's invincible in basically in
That's
Wario
true.
Land 2 and 3.
Yeah, he's just out for money, and he's just freaking invincible. You can't stop him. He's also a boss character in the original Wario Land. 2, the 6 golden coins.
Yeah, Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Yep.
I knew that! There's so many numbers, that one's confusing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Naming conventions with Nintendo are weird.
I know, it's like Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days.
Oh, screw that.
Anyway,
Don't get me started
you know
on
what?
Square
Eventually,
Enix.
we will get to a certain character who has
my-
358 over 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, who actually managed to get in Smash, believe it or not. It's nuts. So yeah,
Made me
so
happy.
but anyway, I think Wario's actually really confident. He's a competent. He's a very powerful, strong character. He's slow. He cannot jump well. But man, when he gets you, he gets you.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's ironic because you're kind of the opposite of that.
Yeah.
The one time Zero, well, there's a couple times Zero Suit Samus is playable.
Yeah, and I'm only familiar with the one from Zero Mission.
Right, it happens again in Metroid Other M, but you don't. From what I remember, you don't have combat during that.
Oh, well then. Okay.
So what you're really thinking is just is the not just Other M, which was the giant fart. You're actually thinking of the Metroid Zero Mission segment. And if we are going to put those two platform fighting characters, in that environment. Wario is the Zebezians looking around trying to get you, and you are sneaking, and you have a paralysis gun. What you
That's
gonna
it.
do?
Paralyze and run at that point.
And I'll
Because-
just keep
because-
charging after you, and eventually, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Well, because the thing is, in that segment, the pirates will just obliterate
They
you.
will.
Because Samus...
She's not wearing that very, very powerful Chozo armor.
Yeah, right, the science fantasy, like, bird people armor, yeah.
Yeah, and it's super weird, because even though in Smash Brothers, this and Ridley are probably my mains, and I could destroy Wario as Zero Suit Samus, but, no, there's no way. No way. She'll eventually get caught by this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And when it happens, it's not going to be that Peaslee, like, 12 damage or whatever I hit you with.
Right.
She's going to be, like, on her last leg in a single hit.
Because we end up with the Solid Snake situation, where the whole point
Right.
is that you're not trying to fight, you're trying to run, escape, and get your gear back.
Now, Wario there would probably just be trying to loot and get all the money, and you would just be in the way.
Oh no, Wario finds her gear first.
Oh, if that happens, it's over. He wouldn't be able to use it. He'd probably just feel like
he would
this
just
is...
put it in his hoard. He wouldn't care.
Or just, eat it.
Yeah, right.
Oh! I'm sure there's some fan art of that. Let's go
I'm
right
sure
back to
there
what we're
is.
doing.
It's the internet.
Yeah, the internet exists.
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, Wario is just not hiding anything.
Nope. He
As
is a
he-
crash crew dude.
Yep, and he will eventually take down Zero Suit Samus. Even though, lore-wise, she is so competent, she's so highly trained, she's not wearing her power suit, it makes her so good. Isn't that
one.
crazy that
Yeah.
Samus wins the first entire lineup and obliterates, and then we get here and she loses in the first round just because of that power suit?
Yeah.
That's
That
how much of a
powers-
difference that makes.
Yes. But this matchup.
Wow, the
though-
other two characters from that CGI trailer.
Yeah, I know.
Pit and Meta Knight. That was an
Meta
awesome
Knight.
trailer. I loved that.
It was a good trailer.
Brawl's marketing was amazing. Anyway, so This is a very interesting dynamic here.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, again, we're dealing with 2 platform characters, so at least they're on equal footing.
Good point. Let's stick with the 2D and not do the Forgotten Land Meta Knight.
Not Forgotten Land Meta Knight or Kid, or do we want to include Kid Icarus Uprising then?
Let's not, just because, well,
even
we
though
should.
that's where
We really should.
Yeah.
Because honestly,
Well,
if you're doing regular Kid Icarus, Pit loses.
Yes.
Pit is awful in that game. He's so frail.
In both games, yeah. The Game
really
Boy and the
Right,
NES
I
version,
forget about the... I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's so weak. He's so incredibly weak, and he would die right away. Meta Knight is so fast. He's so strong.
He can fly.
And,
he's got infinite swords.
Pit doesn't have a sword. Wouldn't be able to pick up a sword. Lost by default Pit.
Right.
Well, no, let's not do that. Let's just say Meta Knight challenges him anyway, because of course we're not gonna have a fight if
and Meta
Pit
Knight,
won't pick the sword
every
up.
time you fight him, always gives you a sword to have a fair fight.
Right. So if that's the case, what would he give Pit? Well, I guess he gives him a sword, but Pit just can't pick it up because he's just using his bow.
Well, because the thing is, in Uprising, you do get those blades, though, like what we see right here.
Well, right. I mean, Uprising was almost a way to justify the design of Brawl, Pit, and Pit
or vice
really
versa,
like.
I think.
I'm pretty sure Brawl came first.
Yeah.
So
regardless,
you have a pea shooter of a crappy bow, and it does not look this powerful, nor is it that powerful. It doesn't go that far. None of that. It's awful.
Yeah, versus Meta Knight, the master swordsman and one of the protectors of Planet Popstar.
You're so fast. You're so powerful. And also, if this is really a melee fight, even if we're counting Uprising, sure, Pit can shoot a lot of arrows really quickly and can fly around. So can Meta Knight. He can also fly around like crazy. He can shoot a flurry of beam shots with the sword, kind of like Link will. This is close. I mean, like in Smash Brothers, this seems very close. Because like here, look, Pit can do stuff like this. Pit, the character, cannot do this.
No, none
of that.
No, in the original games, he had to get like all the armor and weapons from the gods to take down Medusa.
You're actually playing maxed out Pit just for your base Smash Brothers. And if we have to play maxed out Pit versus just regular Meta Knight, and we're already considering Meta Knight is probably going to win, I think we have a winner. Like, if you need Pit to be that powerful, and also, I want to point out, Palutena is not here.
Nope.
So, most of the power-ups that Pit also gets through Palutena, he does not have. Meta Knight should annihilate him.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Flat. Fly. Oh, man, I almost did that. I almost did that.
Oh, that would have been funny. Meta Knight would have just got pissed and been like, get over here.
It's like Scorpion.
He's just Scorpioned his way over there.
Oh, man. I'm kind of glad that's not in this game. That would be a little too much.
I
mean, like, Mortal Kombat kind of deserves that recognition, but maybe it's like a spirit or something. Don't actually put...
Yeah.
Oh, this is so interesting. Okay, so, Captain Olimar versus Rob.
Toy.
Yeah, versus a toy.
He's gonna tower over poor Olimar. Olimar's only
Oh my god, you're right!
He's only an inch tall.
You're right, I was gonna say this isn't a fight, but then...
No.
Oh my god, you're right! Because think of how big a strawberry is in the world of Pikmin.
Yes.
How freaking small Olimar. He's not even an inch. He cannot be an inch. If a strawberry is like the size of a house...
He's like a half inch or so. He's only like maybe...
He's gotta be like a centimeter.
Yeah.
He's so tiny.
And the Pikmin
Rob,
are even smaller.
A physical... Oh my god, a Rob would be like... moving like a small town.
Yeah, those tops, he could just drop on him easy.
Oh my god. Okay, I was joking at first, like, Rob's a toy. He can't fight. Olimar, but you had a really good point for Rob. I never thought Rob was actually gonna have any standing here.
Yeah.
So how about this? Do I have? This is not Smash Brothers. We're playing Pikmin.
Yes.
I have 100 Pikmin, not 3.
Of course, yeah. And you have access to all of them.
Sure. Okay, so if I'm going to try and deal with Rob, which is powered on and moving. Okay, right, so I'm going to give you that, because he's able to move, he can turn his gyros, he can do stack up. Oh my god, stack up. How many Pikmin would I lose?
Well, because the thing, too, I would think with Pikmin logic, This thing would somehow be like on programming or have some sort of sentience, and he would be trying to defend himself, you know?
Right.
Rob,
so he'd be trying to drop the gyros, drop the stack ups.
Yeah, yeah.
Or it is player 2. So let's just say that it is moving and a player is controlling it, even though I know that's not how it works. What would my yellow Pikmin do?
The yellow Pikmin would... They work
Can I
best
short
with
circuit
electricity.
you? Yeah, well, they do not get conducted by electricity. Or,
exactly,
well,
yeah.
you're not short-circuiting. If he did short-circuit, then I could only use yellow.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't want that option.
No, because...
Blue, well, that's not going to do me any good.
No.
Just because they can swim.
Yeah, exactly.
White,
Like that.
I believe resist poison. They don't
Correct.
inflict poison, do
Yeah,
they?
so that would...
No, they inflict poison, don't they?
It's been a while since I played Pikmin 2.
I thought they did. Yeah, they're like DLC in Pikmin 3, or they're like post-game Pikmin 3, but...
Yeah.
I believe that they're, predominantly in 2. And my familiarity with 2 is not so much.
Exactly.
I was actually just trying to get to
1
this,
and 3 are my jam.
this purple. So am I really going to try and fight with purple and rocks?
Yeah, purple and rocks I think would be your best bet to get past like the plastic casing.
And that's just to get past the casing.
And then probably use the yellow Pikmin to take down the toy, but how many are you going to lose?
This is basically him fighting his Godzilla. A giant mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, because the thing too is
even if like Rob is moving slow and making loud noises in like our perspective, this is the one and only character who could have went up against this and actually been terrified of it.
Yes.
And you know what? I think I lose.
I think so.
I think I lose.
Because even
eventually, like those gyros, they're going to destroy all my Pikmin. You knock over your stack up, and that's like, just imagine like you're in a cave and the walls and the ceiling just come collapsing down on you.
Exactly.
What am I gonna do? And then if Olimar himself isn't near any of that,
too much damage. Yeah.
He's out, and it doesn't matter if I've lost all my Pikmin.
No. Oh wow, this is
I can't believe this, Rob. Winged Pikmin are not gonna save me.
I want this game. I want the game where Olimar fights a toy Rob.
Why did they not do that?
Oh my god, that would have been
genius.
so good.
That's so genius. Could you imagine? Like a final boss, like a secret final boss somewhere you find like this extra cranny and you can go somewhere and like the music changes to like this Gyromite theme and you have to battle Rob.
Oh, dude,
that'd be so cool.
That better happen in Pikmin 4.
There better be a Pikmin 4.
There better be a Pikmin 4.
All right, we're finally moving on to the second round. We have King Dedede versus Young Link. I'm gonna be King Dedede. All right, so should we do platformer, action platformer? You know, it's good enough. I don't think we need to. We both have like attacks and time
and
based
health bars and stuff.
Yeah, okay, health bars too. I can't heal. You can.
I can. I have a wide array of gadgets and items in order to use in order to beat the crap out of you.
I can absorb some that you try and send my way. Well, throw a bomb in my mouth. What happens? We'll just take the smash answer first.
Like that.
Whoa!
You just spit it back out at me.
And then your shield send it back to me, so whatever, fine.
Yeah, but it still would be a good attack.
I'll say that, yeah, you win the tie. As it did in Smash.
Thing too
I
is...
do have, like, some really strong moves like this. Like, I just, like, go clear across the screen and...
The wrestling moves of Masked DDD and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, even just as a regular, a platforming character, he still runs and does like that slam.
Yeah.
Boom.
And Link still takes damage whenever he gets touched in a lot of his games. I think even in Wind Waker
yes, contact damage. He does take that. That's how Kirby DDD would deal damage anyway. It's mostly through contact damage. I mean, the hammer's just kind of there. He actually doesn't use it as much.
No, it's either there to like send out the stars.
Yeah, it's not like this ridiculous thing.
Right, that's the max DDD bit right there, yeah.
Right. Or Swole DDD from
yes, from like Return to Dreamland.
Yeah, it was super weird.
Yeah, Swole DDD.
Yeah, but even still,
like
this is giant arms. Yeah, right. But still, honestly, I think Link would beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, way too much pocket items.
You have way too many answers. I'm too big of a target. I'm designed for a little puffball to defeat just by grabbing the stars in the room, and that's assuming he didn't have an ability and just, like, destroy me. How about this? Does Kirby with sword defeat DDD?
Yeah.
Of course he does.
Handily.
And Link, what about Kirby with a sword and a boomerang and a shield and a bomb and you get my point? Yeah, DDD's done.
Ouch.
Yeah, definite ouch. Get that piggy! Get that piggy! Oh, I want that game ported to the Switch.
Oh, same.
Yeah, but not the Wii U's Bloom Effect version. I want just a widescreen version of the GameCube one, please.
With some of the...
Watch, this game's gonna be so outdated. We're gonna get like a Nintendo Direct before this video is done editing, and it's gonna show up afterward, and we're gonna be complaining about a game that's already released. People are already complaining about it.
I know everyone was looking forward to, like...
And Twilight Princess, too.
Yeah, they were looking forward to another Nintendo Direct last month, but it just never happened.
Hey, dude, we got the Xenoblade 3 one. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm happy about that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I've yet to get through those,
two RPG characters. This should be okay. Both psychic-y.
One-on-one.
Well, great. Actually, hold on.
No.
Is Lucas psychic type?
Yes, he is.
Then Lucario. Well, which generation are we?
Which generation we talking
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
As we said before, this is the modern iteration.
True.
Right?
Yes.
If that's the case, you take it normally. No. You are weak to it. You are weak to it because Steel used to resist it by 1. Fighting was weak by 1. They canceled out. You took it normally. So now modern, you should be weak to psychic because the steel is no longer protecting you. So now it's just a matter of raw damage. Who can dish it out the fastest?
Well, what's the physical stat on Lucario like?
Physical? It's quite good.
Yeah. And I know Lucas...
He's very well-rounded from what I remember.
Lucas is not very much like... He can't take a lot of heavy hits. That's the thing.
No, but the difference between Lucas and Lucario, however, is Lucas can pocket items and he can heal on his own.
Yes, he can.
And that may be the one difference.
What about held items?
Held items?
For Pokemon.
Sure. Pick a hold item. You would...
Like leftovers or something?
Each turn you heal like 1/15 of your HP or something like that. Maybe it's 1/10 at best.
Whatever it is.
Sure. Yeah. That may be the best one you can go for. Just if you're trying to get HP. Or like a citrus berry. After your HP goes into the yellow, it goes up quite a bit.
Yeah, something, yeah. But that's only 1 versus a pocket where you can have stacks, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the deciding factor, because you need a Pokemon trainer in order to be able to get those pockets of infinite holding, almost.
Yeah, and also, even if you hit me for lethal damage, I can quickly go into my bag as the damage is ticking down and rolling and pull out the heal item and heal before I hit 0.
Yeah.
Whereas if I hit you for lethal damage,
that's it.
Your citrus berry or leftovers are not doing anything.
Right.
You are done. But in terms of their raw power, they're both very strong.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
They're not the absolute strongest of their games, but they're both very strong. I think the tiebreaker should be the items.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
Ooh, hit you with a stick.
What?
Bad dog!
No! I'm a good boy!
Raccoon, Trash Panda, Tanuki hoarding all of the blue coins in Mario Sunshine.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But Lucas prevails and lives to see another day, and
he should.
Lucario has succumbed to the Nuzlocke. We are moving on to the next one. The Pokemon Trainer versus Wario.
Wario is not going to fight fair.
So? I don't think it matters. I mean... If we did Solid Snake versus Wario, I don't even see, because we said that even Solid Snake could not contend with all of these Pokemon.
Yeah.
Even if the Pokemon Trainer only has these 3
What if
to
he
deal
challenges them all to micro games?
You know what? The Pokemon Trainer has gone to the lottery.
Oh, he has, yeah.
In order to get new Pokemon out of it, namely like the Porygon.
Yeah.
So, if anything, if we did that, you would only make me stronger.
Come here.
Alright, I think this is it.
Yeah,
this is not happening.
No. Well,
even if it's just 3-on-1.
Even if Invincible 2, like, Wario eventually will just, like, get stun locked.
Well, we can't just say you're invincible.
No, yeah. And like I said, Wario Land 1 and 4, you, get... Yeah, just like that. Yeah, you can take damage. Wow, Charizard, thanks.
Yeah, you could, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah.
I sent a flamethrower your way, and what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
Not much.
No. Pokemon Trainers moving on, so I'm glad this is going a little bit faster. Once we, like, establish everybody's, like, power and contentions, then it's just a matter of trying to get through this. Alright, Meta Knight versus Rob. How did you get to round 2, Rob?
Because he got the matchup that he needed.
Hold on!
What?
Kirby's only like 8 inches.
Yes, he is.
So
Meta Knight's only 8 inches.
Yeah, right, exactly. So That doesn't mean much. Actually, this is almost as big as they should be. So never mind. Let's
Well,
forget
no, Rob is actually a pretty big toy, though.
It is.
He's like a foot. He's like a foot or two.
He's like a foot, but still, that's still. I'm like almost.
Hey, Shorty, how you doing?
That's what I'm saying. This is almost accurate right here. What we're looking at for height.
Yeah, true.
And if that's the case, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
You have nothing here.
But don't you want to play a game of Gyromite? No.
Let's
Okay.
crush Dr. or Professor Hector together. It would never sound that clear.
No.
It's more like what he sounds like.
Yeah.
And that's
Poor
the end
Rob.
of Rob. Hey, he won a battle. I never saw that coming, but yes, Rob
Yeah,
moved
even
on.
if we put Rob into the Kirby universe,
No.
Yeah, no.
He'd be an artifact in the background.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be able to move. He's so slow, but the thing is, he was able to beat Pikmin just because his slowness is really fast and big for a tiny little creature like the Pikmin and the Olimar.
Right. Now, here we go.
Ooh, all right. So this is
This
interesting.
This is a better matchup, I think.
Yes, this might. Ooh, man, this is gonna be a close one.
Right.
So I have Toon Link and Zach has Lucas.
Lucas.
Boy, we both have deep pockets with all sorts of junk to sling out of our out of nowhere, as the
Derriers,
background
yeah.
likes to say for you.
Do we want to look at this as action adventure first?
Let's try that, because
Okay.
actually that's not too hard for you because your HP, like we said before, it kind of rolls. You can get your stuff.
Yeah, that would still count, I would
And
imagine.
Link's attacks do require time, so like I choose, am I going in for sword blows? Do I retreat and drink a potion? Okay,
Right.
so HP wise, how are we gonna level these out? Should we just say does one have more than the other because you max out Link on hearts, you max out Lucas on HP?
Yeah, but that's like 999.
Should we just say that's the same number?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay,
might as
so-
well.
They both have max HP. Do you know any of Lucas's final attacks? Any really powerful stuff?
He's very similar to Ness in the fact that he's able to get a lot of really good offensive ESP powers. See, that's just it. I'm not that far into Mother 3 either. That's
Right,
the
yeah,
problem.
there's this thing that Nintendo didn't want to give it to us.
Yeah, and we really want to play it.
Yep, I'd like to play that.
Oh gosh, I'd love to play
Like a
this
certain
game.
frog for whom the bell tolls.
Oh, that's
least-
such a good game.
At least I got to review that finally.
Yeah.
Watch that review, guys, if you haven't gotten a chance.
It's a very good review.
Yeah, if you want to know how far ahead we have to film these in advance, that review went up yesterday.
Yesterday, as of recording.
Yes, as of recording, it went up yesterday.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, so
But
anyway,
I don't know. But Link again, yeah, he is a quick attacker, and again, if it's
This
Toon
is the
Link,
Wind Waker Link, so I'm trying to think of like
Well, his counter when the A button flashes, you
Mm-hmm.
press it and get that nice little sneak attack, does some extra damage.
doesn't the enemy need to be unaware of you for that?
No, remember the Dark Nuts when they tried to do a overhead
Right,
crash at you?
good
Yeah.
point.
Mhm.
You do like the Twilight Princess roll aroundy kind of thing. That's where they got it from. And then
Yes.
like you smack A and you can like flip over their
Oh,
head
sorry.
and do like
Yeah.
a spear move.
Yeah.
No, this is clearly killing Ganondorf's
Exactly.
or the or Sephiroth impaling a certain character.
Yeah.
So this is really close because we both have
Yeah.
like, let's say we both have the same amount of heal items.
Yeah, we can limit that. Sure.
Let's knock that out. Gear to magic. Your magic. How much of it can I block? Does Wind Waker? Do you get the mirror shield? Do you have any?
No, but you get the magic armor that thrives off of rupees.
True. And I believe, just like Twilight Princess, you can leave it on even if you have no rupees.
Yeah.
And you're just moving slowly.
Exactly.
So if that's the case,
But then Lucas could
are you
just
sure that was in Wind Waker?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one in Wind Waker. I
Yeah.
remember it very distinctly in Twilight Princess, because that's when I used it more.
Because I was going to say...
Oh yeah, I just didn't use it in that. I remember now.
Yeah, no, because Miss Joy gave it to you for giving her a bunch of Joy pendants.
Okay,
If
so
I remember correct.
if that's the case, does Lucas have anything to make him invincible for the first
well, if
portion
you're
of the
just,
fight?
Even if you don't have any rupees and you're just coming at me
Yeah.
really slow,
Mhm.
see ya, and just hit you from a distance.
I won't take any damage.
Well, yeah, that's true. That negates
You
the
have to
damage.
kill me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if we play that game, he's invincible. No one can beat him.
Yeah. No,
Let's
that's
just say
true.
once rupees hit 0, he has to take it off. So he wears it and he has max rupees, okay? So I'm
Exactly.
invincible for a while. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get enough pot shots in on you so that, like, by the time you're able to start hitting me,
Yeah.
then I'll take it off, and then we'll actually start doing the thing.
Right, exactly.
I think Toon Link's gonna win.
I think so, just because, again, a little bit more versatile, and he can take hits a lot better than poor Lucas can.
I think he's just going to need... Also, he does have Fairy. If he does take lethal damage, he can automatically come back. He doesn't have to shuffle through his items really quick, though he could pause. Lucas could not pause.
No, not in battle.
I still think Toon Link just has a little bit more tools at his repertoire in order to pull this off.
So. Yeah.
But
going back to nowhere.
Back to nowhere.
Bye.
That's a close one. Some of these are really difficult because it's just a different type of game. But we're trying our best here, and especially when Nintendo doesn't want to let us play the game in question. Yeah, but we both found ways to do it. Pokemon Trainer and Meta Knight. You know what? Even if I was gonna go in lore for how tall they are.
Yeah, there are Pokemon who are as tall as Meta Knight.
A Squirtle should be able to step on you. Don't go there, Zach.
I mean,
I know you wanted to.
Yes.
It went in your head, and you were like, should I do it? No. No,
Yeah,
he shouldn't. So, Squirtle should be able to just destroy you just from size alone. So we're not going to go from the size of the Pokemon, but instead just like the battle itself. Is there any RPG stuff we could do with Meta Knight? I should not be hitting you that much.
No, and I've never been good about getting out of being juggled in this game.
I like to juggle.
Yeah, and that's good. You want to juggle.
Yeah, as I remember this, his aerial knocks you back down.
That's just busted.
So you can get right back up and do it again.
That's just cruel.
I love that move.
Razor Leaf.
I'm trying to think of some RPG elements to give to Meta, because again,
is Meta Knight going to be able to defeat all three of them?
Would he be like a fighting flying type?
I would say, wow, fighting steel, but he can use flying moves.
Right. Okay, that's fair.
Because he's wearing so much armor.
Yeah.
He's attacking with literal steel, or maybe he's flying steel.
Yeah,
Actually, he might be flying steel.
Yeah, why not?
If he's steel, a certain Charizard's gonna burn him.
Yeah, that's very true.
Oh my gosh, you couldn't wear any of that.
No, and without that stuff, Meta Knight's kind of like...
He retreats. As soon as it breaks, it's over. He leaves.
Yeah, because he's embarrassed about looking cute.
Yeah, isn't that the end of every fight with Meta Knight? You break his mask, you reveal that he looks the way he does, and he leaves.
Because he's embarrassed.
Alright, so switch to Charizard, uses Flamethrower.
Right.
You dodge those, I don't care, I have Fire Blast, I have Ember. What more do you want? I have Flare Blitz! I did that on purpose, because I was like, you know what, no, this is not happening.
If we're
on top of that, I can heal him!
And Meta Knight cannot.
Meta Knight cannot.
He's not Kirby, who can eat the tomatoes and enemies and stuff. Yeah.
The Pokemon Trainer, just because this one was actually entered into Smash as a team, is just a huge leg up on everybody else.
Yeah, but
Pokemon
here
Trainer
we
moves
come.
forward. The finals!
Toon Link
versus the Pokemon Trainer. I think we just established how this is going to go. However, I'm still going to try my best as Toon Link to figure out how this is going to work.
Right.
You know what? Link has dealt with the Zoras before, so I'm going to say Squirtle would probably be something similar to that. Ha-cha! Ha-cha!
Electric arrows.
Yeah, sure.
I think electric arrows were in...
If not, I could, like, hit you with a boomerang, stun you, get in there, and chop,
smack
chop.
You up, yeah.
But even still, say I defeat the Squirtle, now you bring out Ivysaur, because I think he should be able to defeat Squirtle.
Yeah.
And now at this point, you have Squirtle, you can heal him.
Yeah.
If you chose to. I could keep trying to attack Ivysaur. There are similar enemies. There's the, what's the plant, Manhandla?
Oh, Manhandla,
we've manhandled Manhandla.
Yes, you do.
Though it is not easy, it's a boss character, and you would be pretty darn close to that as an Ivysaur.
That's true.
Because I would say if your Ivysaur is strongest, you're probably level 30 or so, somewhere around there, because I think he evolves early, he's like level 32.
Right.
And then that happens, and I'm just in a lot of trouble. So, Volvagia or What's the name of the one in Wind Waker who sits on the mountain?
That's the Dragon Roost Dragon, Valu.
Yeah, Valu.
Yeah.
So assuming it's even a fight like that, I have to basically go from normal enemy, defeat it without taking any damage or being able to heal.
Yeah.
Defeat, effectively manhandla, and then defeat Volvagia/Valu, except it's way faster, way more versatile, and way stronger.
Yeah.
I don't see this going well for this little guy.
But then again, the magic armor and would all the Pokemon
But you
moves be
can
considered
heal.
magic? Yeah, well, so can Link, but Link can only do it a certain amount of times, and far fewer than a Pokemon trainer.
Yes, far fewer.
Well, okay, what if we
eventually, this is gonna, it would take a while, but I'm pretty sure once Charizard's out and we're dealing with the healing, Link's down.
But what if we take the healing out completely?
Sure.
Then,
okay.
But then
no healing.
Yeah, but then that would still
now
put
it's 3
Link...
against 1. Then it's still the Zora, and then you're fighting the Manhandla, and then a faster, stronger
Volvagia, Valu, yeah.
I just don't see this working well.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be an avatar for the player, but I don't know.
They both
it's
are.
Hard. Yeah. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, let me help you out.
Oh!
See ya. Yeah, just again, and even if we move into RPG land, like Link still wouldn't have the moves necessary to take down a team.
Turn-based Link, he can't hide behind his shield every turn.
No.
He can't heal every turn.
And even if he had a Pokemon team, I don't know what he would even be composed of.
Well, I'm sure people have thought of that and figured it out.
Yeah, but that's not the point. We're looking at
neither
the
here nor there. Yep, the
yeah.
actual fighter themselves. This Pokemon trainer does not black out and instead takes over the entire championship for Brawl.
That's surprising, because
that is an interesting one to win.
I honest to God thought it was going to be Lucario.
Lucario is strong, but I wouldn't see a single wild Pokemon defeating a team held by a trainer.
Yeah,
it's the trainer that changes this from just being like Mewtwo, powerful Pokemon, to this is even if it's a 10-year-old kid, I don't care. He's got pockets, and those pockets will win him the game.
Mom gave him some allowance money.
Yeah, Mom gave him allowance money, and he's using it to buy his way into a gold trophy. Well, the next one, Louise, what we're going to be doing is the Smash Bros. 4 characters, which means we're also going to make sure we don't neglect the Echo Fighters, as we call them now, who are introduced. Some of them came from the 3DS and Wii U Super Smash Bros. Games, which unfortunately didn't get, like, a name to them, and that drives me nuts, even to this day. It drives me nuts, I say. But we are, of course, going to be doing all sorts of other Hitbox episodes we have planned for then, and now we've got obviously the next upcoming years as we go through the years of gaming history and all sorts of other topics. As we've been mentioned in this episode, we want to talk about more stuff, but we're out of time for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like the videos and subscribe for more. We will see you guys in the next episode of Hitbox. See ya.